Princess Catherine was arguably the star attraction during the first day of the state visit after making her first banquet appearance in 2 years in a stunning red gown and a tiara. Can you talk to us about the significance behind Kate's wardrobe?
Absolutely. I think Kate was the star of the first day of the royal visit. It was a kind of a surprise. We knew that she'd be there for the arrival. Of course, she wore a Dior suit, that pale pink Dior suit, very elegant and very diplomatic, of course. Dior being a French house, they've just hired a Northern Irish designer, Jonathan Anderson. So very diplomatic to have a French fashion house with a British designer, and then of course the banquet as well. I think that was quite a surprise. We only found out about 90 minutes before the banquet began that Kate would be going. Of course, she's really easing her way back into royal duties after her cancer treatment. And it was really amazing to see her. She had the full regalia on. She had the Queen Mary Lovers Not tiara, which is this really iconic piece. Of course, Princess Diana famously wore that tiara a lot. And the dress as well was very special. It was a Givenchy dress, which was a little bit controversial because, of course, Givenchy was the designer that made Meghan Markle's wedding dress.
Right.
So probably a brand a little bit more associated with the Duchess of Sussex. But they have a new designer at Givenchy as well, and that's Sarah Burton. And we know that Sarah Burton is an absolute favourite of Princess Catherine. She, of course, was the designer at Alexander McQueen for over a decade. She designed Princess Catherine's wedding dress. She designed a lot of pieces that Kate wears, on repeat, essentially. So very interesting to sort of see her. I think we're going to be seeing her in a lot more Givenchy to come. But just a really wonderful start to the visit. This is the first state visit by a French president since Nicolas Sarkozy in 2008. So certainly a real show of soft power. And Kate was the star. There was a report in the Daily Beast that came out on Wednesday speaking to some of the palace insiders, and they said they were so relieved to see Kate not only there at the airport but also at the dinner, because it really draws so much positive attention and maybe away from the awkwardness with Bridget and Emmanuel Macron that we saw. I think that Kate really did save the day.
Yeah, as always. The Wimbledon Grand Slam is also currently underway in the UK, with all eyes on the iconic royal box on centre court. So who have we been seeing in the box this year? Yeah,
well, it's been a very star-studded year for the royal box at Wimbledon. Every day it's super fun to look through. There's about 80 seats inside the box, and it's often celebrities and of course royals, and not just British royals. We had, of course, Denmark's King Frederick was there earlier this week with the Duchess of Edinburgh. Of course, we saw Fergie with Princess Beatrice last week, and just yesterday, Queen Camilla made her first appearance in the box this year. So I think it's a real treat. I think Wimbledon's such an iconic tennis tournament, but the royal fever around the tournament is always sort of part of the attraction. I think for anyone sitting on centre court, they're always sort of having a look over into the royal box. And in recent years, it's an interesting thing. We've seen a lot more celebrities in the box. I think that, the royal family is certainly the star attraction, but you're just as likely to see an A-list actress or actor as much as you are to sort of see someone from the royal family. But yeah, I think all eyes are going to be on the box, especially coming up for the finals this weekend.